co-host slash rapper slash motivation slash model. I'm just slashing everything.
That model part.
I like that. I keep like slashing slash. You'd rather that, trust me. So that was XNO by Ferrelesis.
Yes, it was.
That was amazing, and I could hear a little snippet of your therapy session.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded so like deep. Like you're like,
yes,
this is deep. Like, but it's so brave of you to be. You see, this is what I think a lot of women want too from men.
Yeah.
Like just own up to what you've done, and try and change. If we want to see the change.
You need to be a better man. I mean, like, we have kids growing up and they're getting wrong ideas of men.
Yeah.
With everything that's happening
now. Yeah, because you guys are like, especially for rappers. I mean, you guys are meant to be like these hard-headed gangsters, so. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? So then
I know.
Imagine if you're a young teenager and you're like, you want to be emotional, but then what if your guy friends are like, nah, dude, you can't be.
Yeah. I always told my friends that I think growing up when we always had people saying men don't cry, I think that's where it all began.
Yeah.
Because that's when men started bottling up everything they feel.
Yeah.
Let him cry. You better cry, brother, if you want to. If it hurts you, just let it out.
Yeah.
Keeping it in doesn't help, trust me,
Yeah.
Just so, I mean, like, men need to, I think we as guys should start like being open. Because if you keep on bottling up,
it's like this rage,
and it's like a volcano waiting to erupt. And trust me, when that stuff happens, it's not good for either parties. You and the other party.
I was even saying like, because I was saying, not only men should get fingers pointed at. For me personally, I think also there's females who have now adopted, how a man should be, and because they're grown up like that culturally.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, it's also them to blame. Like even women in high positions, that what one of the ladies was saying at the marches, at the Santon shutdown. She was saying there are women in high positions, and we're also talking to you because you also have the power now. But it's kind of like you're worried to jeopardize that level. So then it's kind of like, we can't always just look to the men. We also gotta look to our women and be like, hello. It's also you.
It's actually true. Like it's when after the recent deaths we've had and the rape cases we've had of women and all the whole xenophobic texts, I didn't want to share all my views to anybody. I was not even posting about it while it was happening because I didn't want to. I just wanted people to be in that place where the dust has settled and I can start to share my views, because I believe if I had said what I want to say, I would have came across like, oh, really? You're obviously a rapper.
Yeah.
So I feel like, as you're saying, we shouldn't only be pointing fingers at men. Let's look at it this way. To every woman who's going through this and has gone through this, the first time it happens, step up, speak up, get help. Because right now, if if a man hits you and you let him constantly do it, what do you think if you guys break up and he moves to the following relationship will happen? He will continue doing
it. It's just some women will fight because they'll be like, when you are so traumatized by that, you feel embarrassed. Imagine, you know what I mean? Because sometimes more not like you. Maybe some families will even be like, stop it, you're going to be nothing without him. Or she'll be like, I'm going to be nothing with,
It hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah. And I think it also starts by like also how we say when guys sit together, if a guy talks wrong about a woman, you guys need to stand up. Also for definitely. Females. Like with me, I've been around females and I will get uncomfortable, even though they're my friends, talking about another woman, because I'm like, what are you saying when I'm not here?
Yes, exactly. Because what you do on the right, you must do on the left.
Yeah, so
you
can't
talk about her. Yeah, if you can talk this stuff about her and she's not here, it means you do the same
thing. Yeah, because they were like, that's what I was saying to you guys earlier in the studio. There were a lot of people that were posting up all over social media last week, right? Boom, and then asking me, oh, you're not even posting, you don't care. I was early this morning there at the march. I was there. I was doing my due because I'm like, I'm only gonna post when I'm doing something. So when I went there, I was like, I'm here, I'm showing you, and I'm actually standing.
If you want something,
I'm getting up. You're moving. It's actions.
It's not do it yourself.
Oh, I posted. Where were half of them? Honestly, I'm not even like half of them weren't at the. Some people, I understand. Obviously, you're working, but I mean, my social.
Yes.
personally, you know, from a personal experience, there were people in my socials that were, you know, putting up, yeah, let's stop it, and, you know, cloud. But where were you? Where are you on the shutdown? Where are you when you need a march? Are you wearing black? You know what I mean?
Yes,
are you
even
are you doing the changes? What we were saying?
Yes.
These little changes of, if you're sitting with your friends, are you still talking about that woman that's going to walk in, or that man, or like for a man that
what's
about
the conversation
that girl?
currently right now?
Thank
what
you.
are you talking about? Because even if you're not going to the march, at least wear all black. Let us know.
But also, what we say is the changes.
Yes.
Even for the woman there, I feel like, are you personally, that person that's standing there, are you going to make the change, honey?
Yeah.
I was looking around and I'm like to my mom, for me, that's why I was very solidarity. Like when I went there, I was quiet.
Yes.
Because I'm kind of like, I'm going to do it. You know, I don't need to act all crazy and whatever to show that I'm going to do it, make the change, right? But, you know, there was some woman there that literally were like, yeah, a lady was talking to the podium and behind me, she goes, can't even hear her. Like, what is she saying? You know, it's funny though. The ANC women are here, like, yet they're in government. And I honestly was about to turn around and my mom was like, Kalia, you know, like, don't, you know, just, you know what you're here for. I want to turn around and be like, you are marching to stop gender-based violence on women and whatever it is.
Yes.
Yet you are now saying that those women, you're already judging them. The whole point of this. So I was like, do you see why it's kind of like, I always say, like, even though the woman was like, you know, silence sometimes isn't enough. Sometimes it really is, and just do the action.
Yes.
Because you're going to talk.
Yes.
And there's no action.
There's
so
no
really,
action.
Like, see, for me, I was very silent last week. I was hurt. I was like,
it was a very devastating moment. Yeah, I was actually even hurt about the whole thing because I didn't understand why. What's happening in our country? Like, what's really happening?
Boom.
I'm like, what? No,
and kind of as artists, we feel like, you know, writing towards it. We also, you know, we want to, but it's kind of like, you know, if we say too much, it's,
I mean, like, at some point, like, exactly, because that's
we get told we can't.
Yeah.
We're creators. What do we know?
What?
We're also human.
I mean, like, we humans. We know we humans.
You see, for you, what you've gone through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For you, you see what I mean? They wouldn't expect. They're like, he's just a rapper. But I mean,
like, I'm human too.
Yeah.
I also have a woman to go to.
Yeah.
I also experience a lot of stuff. I also get affected by issues that happen to people that I don't even know, but they affect me.
Exactly.
You know, because I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm human, and trust me, it's not okay what's happening. And you know, I wish, like, you know, us as guys could really understand the state of emergency we're in, like with the crisis we have, because our women literally don't have faith in us, you know, because we just not coming into the party. I mean, like, we have people doing everything, doing videos like, yeah, it should stop, but what are we doing? Start with your girlfriend. Make sure your sisters are okay. Make sure the young ones growing up, you're setting an example, you know, because you could have a kid maybe who's looking up to you who doesn't have a father, and whatsoever you do, they're like, okay, so this is what a man is. This is okay, and it's actually not. So we actually also need to come into the party and make sure we support the women.
Yeah.
You know,
and not just like,
and be like, oh yeah, they're marching.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I will also say for like women, also don't emasculate your man when he's emotional or when he can't fight. You know, even I won't even lie, I will say there women will be like, you can't fight. You know, you're not a real man. You can't provide. You're not a real man. And it's, you know, you want equality, but I mean, but you wanting more, demanding more from the man.
We actually live in a world that requires people to be emotional intelligent right now, because everything is sensitive. You gotta be careful of how you react, and you know, whatever you say and how you say it. It's we need to consider.
We need to be open.
We need to
talk.
You know, when someone is doing something you don't understand, you don't have to judge. You need to go back as far as if they're doing this, you need to understand why. Because you know, it's easily to get pushed out of character. And if you see someone doing something strange, or they start doing something strange, you need to ask them, are you okay? You know, are you calling your friends? Are you really that?
Are you really checking up?
Are you really checking up? Are we really making sure that we're okay?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I think now we're more of a me. generation, you know, especially with social media.
Like that.
Me.
It's like that.
And I think that's why with me, I always surround my artists like around you and people that think close to me, because I am not obsessed of a social media life, right? That's not. I'm more worried about, okay, as a person in society, you know, how am I bringing positivity and good change? You know how and the value of goodness, not the value of leaving this earth.
Because you know, I was actually telling Matt, because we speak a lot.
Yeah.
You know? I told him that, dude, you see, it's not like we don't go out, you know, post and we do that stuff, but I'm just not that person who would post it. Come on, like, we're all living a life.
Sometimes you just don't want to post the thing.
Really?
And you know, as artists, we get told you must post everything and everything. And I'm like, no, I don't.
There's some stuff that I feel like people like, I'm like, they shouldn't even be seeing me posting this. I mean, like, so now I need to post everything that I do.
Like, some people will post where they stay, and I'm like, no, why? Now you wonder why you got robbed.
I don't need to check in everywhere I go. I also
oh my god, and Twitter, bruh. Like, there's some things I read on Twitter. I'm like, what?
So like,
you know, so, jumped out the shower, put the stove on. Oh,
you see, so like, with this society we're living in, everybody's like, it's about me.
Yeah.
If you know, the other time I was traveling, and there was this lady who was lost and was asking me for directions.
Yeah.
And I was when I was sitting, I took it upon myself to make it my problem to find where she's going, because if she doesn't go, you know, if we don't take other people's problems and take them as serious as
ours, we're not human. We're
not. So I made it a point to make sure that I even asked the security around the mall, make sure that let's get this lady to where she needs to go. It could be maybe she's going for an interview. You never know. You know. So I think, like, right now, with all the social media stuff.
But that's why I said it's sad for me, because, you know, I have like guy friends and family, like my family, cousins and that, and then, like, you know, friends like you who are actually genuine guys, right? And it's just upsetting, because obviously you guys are gonna get the you know, the backlash of, oh, why do you want to help me? And see, for me, I don't want, like, I even told my mom, even when we were like walking up to the march, if a guy would be like, hi, you know, I'm gonna say hello. You know, I'm still gonna say hi, and when I feel only that it's getting a bit, then I'm gonna be like, look, you make me uncomfortable, right? But now I feel like a lot of women are gonna take it and be like, a guy's gonna be like, hey, I said a shut. He's like, shut up.
I mean, like, come on. And you know, I always meet people that I always discuss like important matters with, even though if let's say we're sharing coffee, you know, just sitting. I was telling this guy, I'm like, dude, you know, it's at this point whereby, if you know, when sometimes you're walking behind someone and you just happen to walk in the same direction, and you're like going the same direction. I'm like, dude, I even go maybe across the road to make her feel comfortable. Because right now,
thank you for that. I mean, like,
shout out, guys. Feeling like, oh no,
this guy following me.
Exactly. So, you know, at some point I even stopped one lady. I'm like, lady, I'm not following you. I'm just going where you're going. You know?
Ferrelesis, you see, I'm saying. Ferrelesis.
I'm just going where you're going, because now, I mean, like, it's it's only fair. They don't feel safe. I mean, like, they've been betrayed by the guys they trust the most.
Exactly.
And you as, a stranger
like,
coming in, exactly. Who are you as a stranger? I mean, if my husband betrayed me, I mean, like, my brothers are doing this, like, it's only fair to understand.
And it's only, I think it's just going to take time. But now is a challenge for you, I'm sure now. It's not even that, you know, when you're a rapper, I'm sure you got, you probably sleazy F-boy, you know? Gangster.
I've had people actually, there's a few, you know, I don't know. There's this one lady who has a very wrong perception of me.
Why? What did you do?
No. You know, she just thinks, you know, as you're saying, there's like stereotypes, and they just think you're an F-boy, and I'm like, no, guys, I'm actually genuine. I'm actually like,
you are honest and
know,
genuine.
Like, I'm just that guy. It's just that I'm a guy who just gives straight answers.
You don't beat around the bush. You're gonna be like, yes, you look tacky today. You know? And then stare at them like
exactly. And she's like, oh, I can, like, she even said, I can even, like, the way you look at people, your eyes and your personality, you're a straight F-boy. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of people I think now are taking, like, I tease about it, but I'm like, no, this is like now dumb. You know what I mean? They'll look at you, and because you're not, hi, it's like, you're an F-boy if you're just like, even girls, if you're just too stern, or, you know, like, You don't want to talk that much. You're like, oh, stubborn girl, stuck up and whatever. And you're like,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
I just didn't feel like.
Yeah, people are just like
smiling today. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not.
When you wake up on those days and you like have a lot happening. People are just not stepping in.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that affects you as an artist.
Yeah.
You gotta teach yourself to not actually put whatsoever thing is that people say and take them into your heart.
Yeah.
Because right now you meet like 10 different people that are important that could help you grow as an artist. And let me just say this to anyone who's an artist and who's starting their own brand. Be emotionally strong, mentally also, because once people know where your weaknesses are, and if you're weak emotionally, trust me, it does not work. There's some points where I've had to work with people that I'm literally not okay with, because of how they work and how they treat other people.
Yeah, and you're like,
but working with them, hoping that they will see how I treat the guys I work with, thinking
they can
maybe
learn,
they will change. And there's some that have learned, and there's some guys that we've actually fell off. And
I think it's just like, also as artists, nowadays the in thing is, being very open about your emotional stuff and being really vulnerable and weak. And I'm like, look, great. Like you can be open, obviously, and be like, look, sometimes I cry, whatever, but like always showing you're setting yourself up for those ones that are going to come for you. You know what I mean? They're going to come. And now because they know your weakest spot, and who is to blame? It's you. You let them get to your weakest. See, even with me, I'm like, I will tell people, I let them know what I want them to know. You're not going to know what's happening.
You decide what you want people to know.
And I know how people are like, no, but as an artist, you must be. No, I'm telling people who support me, who support you. No, I'm so sorry, guys, because I wouldn't want the same from you. I wouldn't tell you as a supporter, show me then how much you love me or, your vulnerability. I wouldn't want to do that to you because then that's taking that, that alpha and that control and that, you don't want that. Like I think having a personal life is great. Imagine that sense of security that you have privacy. It's nice.
Yeah, having a life where you just know it's all you and you have full control.
It's your family. You control of it. But now if you let everyone in, there's no control.
Yeah, even yesterday after we had a recording session, I told him like, dude, I feel like going and just chilling with my girlfriend, lying there, watch a bunch of Netflix series and just chilling with the kids and the family, because I felt like doing that.
Yeah, and sometimes they feel like as artists you don't do that. You don't need to, no, you need to be always, with your boys, your girls, doing this.
That's
like,
one of the difficulties I've faced with my girlfriend, where she had to, when you're still like beginning and you're just recording and you're always there, but at some point I had to travel.
I can imagine.
I had to come back from work, leave everything, take a shower, change, and leave. Come back around 1 a.m. And at some point, I'd come back and find her asleep. And it would really hurt.
Because it's.
At some point, I feel like.
And that's the things people don't see.
I'm not giving her the time.
But they don't see that we also emotionally. We don't have the lifestyle of what everyone has. You go home to your family. So when you go work, at least you're going home straight to your girlfriend or a loved one, and you're chilling, you're watching TV. We go home and we're like, what's next?
I mean, like even
or you don't go home.
I have to take my laptop, put on my headphones,
and start creating.
And be like, okay, what am I doing next?
What's tomorrow?
The hit song. What's happening? What are we doing next year? Like, how are we moving, guys?
How am I going to feed myself? What's next? Like,
what's next?
And you can't really enjoy watching TV because that distracts you from what you need to do. Then you just sit and now you're wasting time on doing other things that you could be creating.
30, like that 30 minutes as an artist is like.
And it's because we don't have a 9 to 6, right? Where you just clock in and clock out. So it's fine to have that luxury to go vacations and go and do this. No. On vacation, we got to be like, okay, how can I get on there? Who am I working with next?
We actually, you see, September is actually, that's when it's starting to get much more busy
like
on
now,
my side. I was even telling him, I'm like, man, you know what? Recording, I don't know when are we going to get to record, because right now everybody is calling.
But
everybody,
to hang out even, you're like, look, I'm sorry, I can't. And they're like, not even for an hour. You're like, no, literally not for an hour.
No, I'm not, I can't.
I really can't.
Because I was even getting at a place where I was asking the people that I'm around, and I asked them, guys, I need to know where we currently stand with everybody. Are we, if you're in it, because sometimes you might think you're moving with the right people.
Oh, that is also another thing. Yes, I was about to say,
you're just not moving with the right people. So
and you realize after a while, you're like, shit, I've been in this. Like,
exactly.
But at least you realize.
And it's not wrong, you know, to ask. You know, it's okay to ask people that. Guys,
I think, yeah.
like, it's not wrong to speak as guys and like, guys, are we in this? Do we all have the end goal?
Yeah.
Are we in this, but moving to the same direction?
Yeah.
Or we all going our separate ways?
Yeah.
Because right now I'm at the point where anytime if it happens, I'd look like I switched up on the people I used to know.
Exactly. And then they're gonna hit you with, oh, he was here. And you're like, no, I always felt this way.
And I saw, you know, there's people who even go as far as like, you know, Ferrelesis, you know, I feel like since you dropped this tape and then you did this, I felt like you've moved away from the whole crew and stuff. And so it's good to constantly check on people.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Guys, am I not offending you with? Have I not offended you with the things that I say and have said on my songs? You know, because at some point I felt like my own growth was causing a shadow to the other artists that I used to be with.
Ooh.
So
and you feel it.
Yeah, you
really feel it. They didn't even say, you just
really
feel it. And you're like,
right? You know, when you're that hype, you're just dropping everywhere you go. You're just living a mess. You're getting in cause. And, you know, when that direction doesn't come to the whole group and it comes to you.
Yeah, they don't.
And at some point, people ask you that, Ferrelesis, why are you even rapping with him? Because you could actually, if you were better, you would do better.
Yeah.
And I had to tell them that you guys don't understand the goal. As I told you when we begin, I have a picture and I have a clear vision and I know how I'm going to execute it.
Exactly.
The people that I started with me, I'm going to grow with them.
Yeah.
I'm going
especially if they're moving with you. Like, why would you leave them if they're moving in your same?
You know, some of the guys, you know, are found in the game, and you know, it just happens with the hard work you put in, and you happen to go even past them. Because at some point we had to hit up a few brands, and with what they wanted to offer,